Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Stoic Compass. I'm Jim.
And I'm Ellie. So glad you're with us, as always.
Before we dive into today's really important topic, if you're enjoying the wisdom we're sharing, please do us a solid and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
Absolutely.
It helps us reach more folks looking for their own Stoic Compass.
Makes sense.
Thanks a bunch.
Yes, your support is truly appreciated.
All right, Ellie, today we're tackling something that I think, let's be honest, touches all of our lives. How to deal with rude people.
Absolutely.
You know the type. Maybe they're shouting into their phone in a quiet cafe.
I see.
Or just being generally unpleasant in public.
Yeah, indeed. We even have modern terms for them like Karen, but the truth is, difficult people are nothing new.
True.
In fact, if you look back at history, even someone like the Roman Emperor Nero, known as one of antiquity's worst, was a monumental example of cruelty and ego.
Yeah.
He ordered the deaths of family members and even the Stoic philosopher Seneca himself.
Wow. Yeah, our daily annoyances definitely don't usually involve imperial death sentences, thankfully.
No. Thankfully. But the people we encounter daily, while they might not reach Nero's level of evil, can still feel like little tyrants, trying to bend the world to their will, can't they?
Oh, for sure. So, the big question isn't if we'll encounter them, but how we deal with them without compromising our own character.
Exactly. And today, we're going to explore 5 powerful Stoic tips.
Oh, interesting.
Inspired by the wisdom of figures like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca.
Right, the classics.
To help you navigate these tricky situations with grace and inner strength.
That's much needed.
Let's dive in.
All right, sounds like a plan. What's our first Stoic gem?
Tip number 1. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Now, Jim, this might sound counterintuitive when someone's being openly hostile, but it's a profound Stoic practice.
I can see that. My first impulse is usually to assume the worst, not the best.
Right. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, would start his day by reminding himself that he would encounter selfish, rude, and annoying people.
Makes sense.
Not to be indignant, but to prepare for
Yeah.
it. More importantly, he'd spend a few moments trying to understand and sympathize.
Well, I'll be darned.
Think about it like David Foster Wallace's famous "This is water" speech. We have this immediate, unconscious impulse to take rudeness personally, to assume malice. But what if there's another explanation?
True.
That seemingly angry person might have been up all night holding the hand of a dying spouse.
Yeah.
Or perhaps they're the very same low-wage clerk who, yesterday, helped your partner resolve a frustrating bureaucratic nightmare with a small act of kindness.
That makes sense. You really don't know what's going on in someone else's life.
Exactly. It's not about being naive. It's about realizing you have no idea what someone else's reality is. By consciously choosing to give them the benefit of the doubt, even for a moment, you open yourself to empathy and patience rather than immediate anger.
Good point. It's like controlling your own reaction, which is something the Stoics are all about, right?
Absolutely. Which leads us to tip number 2. The best revenge is not to be like that.
Right.
Now, don't misunderstand, Jim. The Stoics were not passive weaklings.
Right. Not advocating for just letting people walk all over you.
Precisely. They simply understood the absurdity of seeking revenge.
Makes sense.
Seneca famously asked, "Would anyone think it normal to return a kick to a mule or a bite to a dog?"
True.
Yet, when someone wrongs us, that's often exactly what we do. We stoop to their level.
Exactly. Ooh, that's a powerful image. Like getting down in the mud with them.
Indeed, but let us consider this.
Yeah.
When someone insulted Cato, he pretended not to hear.
Right.
Epictetus, when offended, would joke that if they really knew him, they'd be even more critical, effectively owning his flaws and disarming the insult.
That's right. Owning it.
And Marcus Aurelius's powerful reminder, the best revenge is not to be like that.
Absolutely, man. That takes some serious inner strength to pull off.
It is a crucial insight. You don't have to have an opinion, you don't have to escalate, and most importantly, you don't have to become the very thing you despise. Your character is your most precious possession, and allowing someone else's bad behavior to corrupt it is the true loss.
Totally. Protect your peace, protect your character. I get that.
Which leads us to tip number 3. Step outside of yourself.
The view from above, right?
Exactly. We've all been there. That heat of the moment when someone's rudeness makes us so irritated, we barely recognize ourselves.
Yeah.
We feel wronged, our ego takes over, and we want to lash out.
Absolutely.
In these situations, the Stoics recommend the view from above, or the principle of sympathia, seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like a tunnel vision of annoyance.
Precisely. Zoom out. Consider the vastness of the universe, the brevity of your own existence, the minuscule part your current irritation plays in the grand scheme of things.
Good point. That loud talker at the coffee shop suddenly doesn't seem quite so monumental when you're thinking about galaxies.
It's about gaining perspective.
Makes sense.
Is damaging your character, engaging in a futile argument, or letting your blood pressure spike really worth it in the face of universal interconnectedness?
Well, yeah.
Probably not.
Exactly.
It's about remembering that your peace is more valuable than winning a petty squabble.
I see. So step back, breathe, and remember, you're just a tiny speck.
Essentially. And this perspective helps cultivate indifference to what makes no difference, which is our fourth tip.
Strive to be indifferent to what makes no difference. I like that. It sounds, well, stoic.
It is. Emotions are powerful, and it's easy to give in to them.
Right.
But the Stoics teach us that true control lies not in controlling others, but in controlling ourselves.
Makes sense.
They were indifferent to externals, things outside their control, and other people's behavior falls squarely into that category.
That's right. Right, so you can't control what someone else does.
Exactly. Think of the story of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism.
I see.
As a young man, he was anxious about others' opinions.
Right.
His teacher, Crates, once asked him to carry a pot of lentil soup through a busy market.
Got it.
Zeno, embarrassed, tried to hide it under his cloak.
Well, yeah.
Crates, seeing this, smashed the pot, splattering soup everywhere.
Absolutely.
"Courage, my little Phoenician," he said. "It's only a little soup."
That's right. Ha! I bet that got his attention.
Yeah.
Definitely a memorable lesson.
The lesson? Our expectations that people will always treat us with respect will inevitably lead to disappointment.
Right.
Instead, we prepare for reality. We choose to be unharmed by what others say or do because their actions are outside our sphere of control.
Makes sense. Their actions are outside our control.
Exactly. By cultivating indifference to these external slights, we become unshakable.
I see. Unshakable. Unshakable. That's a powerful goal. I'm trying to apply that to my own life, especially with those little daily frustrations.
Good. And finally, Jim, tip number 5. Accept that rude people are inescapable.
Oh, that's a tough pill to swallow for some, I'd imagine.
It can be, but it's perhaps the simplest, yet most profound insight. Marcus Aurelius, writing in his Meditations, urged himself, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly."
Whoa. Talk about starting your day with a reality check.
Even an emperor, the most powerful man in the world, prepared for this reality.
Right.
He knew that asking for a world without shameless, stupid, or mean people was asking the impossible.
Well, yeah.
There have to be shameless people in the world, he reasoned. This is one of them.
I see.
Remembering that the whole world class has to exist will make you more tolerant of its members.
Ah, that's really profound. It's not about wishing they weren't there. It's about accepting that they are.
Exactly. The bottom line is, difficult people will always be a part of life.
True.
We can choose to respond with indifference, empathy, and a high-road approach.
Makes sense.
Ask yourself, how hurt or insecure must someone be to inflict such rudeness on another?
That's a powerful reframing. It allows you to disarm the situation and protect your inner peace instead of getting sucked into the negativity.
Precisely. Getting angry, getting even, or resorting to confrontation only makes the world, and your own experience of it, worse. As Stoics, we are charged with doing the opposite.
So, what all these tips boil down to is remembering that you always have a choice in how you react.
Absolutely. As Epictetus taught, every event has 2 handles, one by which it can be carried and one by which it can't.
Makes sense.
If your brother wrongs you, don't grab the handle of his wronging, because that makes it impossible to lift.
Right.
Instead, grab the other handle, that he is your brother, that you were raised together.
Well, I'll be darned.
So the next time you encounter rudeness, remember these Stoic insights. You have the power to choose how you react, to protect your inner tranquility, and to live a life aligned with virtue, regardless of the challenging people around you. Which handle will you choose to grab?
Powerful stuff, Ellie. That's a great challenge for all of us.
Indeed.
That's all for today's episode of the Stoic Compass. If you enjoyed this dive into Stoicism and found it helpful, be sure to subscribe and share this episode with anyone who could use a little more peace in their interactions. We'll be back soon with more wisdom for everyday life.